Okay, hello.
Yeah.
What's going on, people? How you doing?
How you
How you
feeling?
living? How you feeling? It's a great day to be great, and I hope you're gonna be great today. Wow, put
Yeah,
that on a
we're already
shirt
great.
and sell it. You're a millionaire.
Put that on the shirt.
What's up, people? How you doing? We see you, Styles. Welcome in. Let us know who we're hanging out with today. Says, would y'all rather have Etienne or Ramondre? Man, they're literally back to
Um,
back in my rankings right now.
yeah, yeah. Right now, I would definitely be leaning Etienne,
Same for
but
me.
like Zach, like Zach, they're really close to my rankings here. Ramondre and Etienne, the guy that I've loved this past year. So let's see what Etienne can
Yeah.
do this year.
What's up, Cheeky's in the house? You love to see it.
Cheeky.
Cheeky in the house. Something's wrong with me. Something is wrong with me. What's Gucci? What's up, Thomas? Welcome in.
What's happening?
Okay, guys. So we are doing a redraft mock draft today. But just before we get into it, we do have some exciting news. A lot of people have been asking how they can join a redraft league with us.
That's right.
So I'm going to tell you very specifically right now exactly how you can get into a league with us. So let me go ahead and say that we do run redraft leagues. So let me just pull up this document, which we put all the information on, and we also sent it in a message in the Discord. But here's how this is going to work. Okay, if you want to play in a redraft league with us, use the code LAND when signing up to the Mother Flocker tier. You guys know that by now. I can put the code in the chat, or I can put the direct link in the chat. But sign up to the Mother Flocker tier. Okay, we see you, David. Sign up to the Mother Flocker tier with our code. DM us on Discord when you have done so with a screenshot of your account tab on the Flock Fantasy website. That shows us that you made your payment, that you're supporting us. Each league has a $25 buy-in through LeagueSafe. The payouts will go first place $175, second place $100, third place $25. When each league is full, we're going to vote on whether you want to do one quarterback or a super flex league. Then we'll assign a draft dates, and all drafts will be live streamed right here on this channel. This last part is pretty important, and we'll have to explain why this is something that we had to implement. If you are already in a league with us, let's say you play in a dynasty league, you're already in a redraft league. Unfortunately, at this time, we can only allow you to participate in one follower league. So let's say you signed up and you're in a dynasty league right now with us. At this very moment, because we don't want to have, hundreds of redraft leagues, right now at this very moment, you can only play in the one redraft league. Hopefully you understand, but if there's anyone out there who wants to be in our leagues, very exciting. We loved having them last year. Then now you know how. Use our code when signing up to the Mother Flocker tier, and we will place you in a league. And those were very fun. We've been doing those this will be our third year now. Excited. DM us with any
Really
questions.
excited.
But
let us know if you have any questions.
yes, we are doing a redraft league today. Is an echo chamber in here?
Just echo chamber, huh? Hello?
Hello. We are doing a redraft mock today. And if you want to join us on the redraft mock, how can they join us, Badaki?
Yeah, guys, all you have to do is join our Discord, link in the description below. Join a Discord, link in the description below, and in the chat, go to the Fantasyland tab to the far left. You can see it with the orange footballs. Then go to content releases. That's exactly how we'll be posting the link. You probably see it on your screen right now, as well as Zach is talking about it. Once again, join our Discord, Fantasyland tab with the orange footballs, content releases. That's exactly where I'll be posting the link. As you can see it here, 3, 2, there you go. That link is out for this mock draft. And let's have some fun and do something special tonight, huh?
Okay. All right, let's do the damn thing. Shout out to everyone who is hanging out. Advice for all mockers: mock life is a real thing. Mock like it's a real thing. Yes. What's up, David? Welcome in, my man. Nice and clear picture today. Love to see that.
Love it.
Yeah. So a little bit of history was made last week, last Friday. It was Badaki's birthday, and I was doing a live stream, And I don't know, it was good vibes, really good vibes. I loved the team that I had, and I kind of made a joke like, hey, anybody want to make this a real draft? And then everyone was like, yes, let's make it a real draft. Yes, let's do it. So I was like, all right, I mean, let's put a $10, buy-in on this. Let's make this a real thing. And that's what we did. And I was like, what should we name it? And everyone's like, because it's Badaki's birthday, name it the Badaki Birthday League. So that's exactly what we did. Let me see if I can find that league here. The Badaki Birthday League. You can see the team here. We've got Dak Prescott, Derrick Henry, Madison Cup, Waddle, Ingram, Keenan, Judy Lockett. So I'm pretty happy with that team right there.
Nice.
We still have 5 spots left, guys.
5 spots. Okay, hold on. Let me send it out in the other Discord here. Our old one. I'm gonna add everyone.
What's up, Gator? Welcome in, my man. Okay, now we have. Oh, still 5. Yep, still 5.
Still 5.
We'll go ahead and pop this.
Today.
We'll pop this link as well in the YouTube chat. Just come join us, guys, so we can get this thing going.
There you go.
All right, 2 spots left, and we are completely full. So, just so we're all on the same page, this is a 1 quarterback redraft PPR non-tight end premium format. Okay, so let's go ahead and start this thing.
Here we go. Something special.
Goat Rings is in the building. You love to see it. Justin Jefferson at the 101. Let's start the conversation with Justin Jefferson. Do you feel like there is anyone else worthy of being the 101 in a PPR format?
I personally think that there is a vast variety of people that could finish as the wide receiver 1 and that could go as the 101. I think that is Cooper Kupp and Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
For me.
Yeah.
I don't think, it's not that I don't like CMC. I think I'm going more towards the wide receiver position.
Sure.
I think if we see Cooper Kupp play the whole season, he is wide receiver 1. And I think the same thing could have been said with Tyreek Hill. Could have been the wide receiver 1.
Right.
They just both missed time a little bit. And then, Tyreek Hill was struggling because Tua also wasn't there in the second half of the season when he did miss games. So
yeah,
I think it just depends on your outlook. All right. Let's go Diggs here. What's happening, MP? It's the greatest cover photo for a stream ever. Who was it? Oh, Mark. Yeah, Mark Andrews.
Oh, is it Marky Mark?
MP. Yeah.
Yeah. I do think that Jefferson clears as a 1. I think you can make a case for McCaffrey between those running backs, but between those wide receivers. But I definitely love the idea of Chase, Kupp, Tyreek all in the top 5 of picks. I'm a big fan of that. So you see Kelsey at the 1-6, Bijan, Stephon Diggs, Austin Eckler, CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor, Amon-Ra St. Brown, all off the board. Looks like the guy Goat at the 11 is looking like he's doing wide receiver heavy. We might see an RB robust team from 12. We'll see.
Let's see. There goes Garrett Wilson. Let's see what Tebow fan goes.
What's up, Steele? Welcome in. Eckler took a tumble. Yeah, he's been falling down a little bit. He's still my RB2, but I definitely feel like the wide receivers are safer in Chase, Kupp, and Hill. So, yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, it is tough.
Axis says pick 2 keeper league, full PPR. Well, AJ Brown would be 1. I'm assuming there's no pick associated with the keep.
Well, I'm assuming. I think for me it's AJ Brown, Pittman.
I would probably go AJ
Pacheco.
Brown and Connor myself.
Yeah, I think I'm doing AJ Brown, Pittman, playing the long haul potentially. Yeah. I'll take Waddle here.
Eckler at the 109. Yeah, I'm willing to take Eckler at the 107. I think I am going Kelsey over Eckler, but the 107, I think that's the earliest I'm willing to take a guy like Austin Eckler. Devontae Adams off the board. I was hoping maybe he would fall to me. But I love the Adams-Kelsey start, Rowan. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we're working with here. Olave goes off the board.
Nice.
What do the old rankings say here? There's a big tier of running back here that I think I could wait on. What about wide receiver? Has Waddle gone? Waddle went to you.
Yep.
Also seems to be a tier break here at wide receiver for me. Maybe I take advantage of the running backs on the board and go double RB here.
Okay.
Let's see. Tony Pollard's gone. That would leave me with Derrick Henry being my next available running back. This is looking exactly like the league I just drafted. Derrick Henry and Cooper Kupp. But I got Derrick Henry in the 3rd round in that one.
Yeah, I mean, I love Derrick Henry, my RB3 so far, and he falls to you as 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The RB8 off the board.
Yeah, he's
so
my
I think
RB7,
it's great value.
So I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah. Goes Devonta Smith. What's up? What's happening to Michael? He said, "What's up, guys? Barkley really may sit out. Can't help his future contract being even older." I don't think he sits out.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
He knows the history of them sitting out. They have until the 17th to get a contract in place. If he doesn't get the contract in place, then technically he is deemed to play under his tag, but at the same time he can sit out, which once again I don't see that happening. So we just have to wait and see what that looks like for Saquon, but I'll be really surprised if he does sit out, and knowing the history of how bad that was in the past with someone like a Le'Veon Bell, who was great in his prime, and then just we'll
yeah, that's the example I always go back to myself. Is what's the most recent example of someone holding out and it working? No recent examples. There's an example of Le'Veon Bell trying it and it failing horribly. So yeah, personally, I don't see it happening. And it's not only that it didn't work for Le'Veon Bell, but you can make a real argument that running backs are even less valuable in GM's eyes today than they were when Le'Veon Bell was holding out. So I don't think there's unfortunately any power in their hands to really hold out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good point. Zeke got paid, and I think a lot of teams are looking at the contract Zeke got and said, we're never doing that again. I feel like he's like the example of like, we can't do that, guys. That cannot be us.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I think that's where, they went wrong, and they got themselves in this situation right now where you got to take a massive cap hit by cutting Zeke. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what they did. And now they're paying that. He's not even on the team. So
yeah.
There you go.
I think this is where I would take T. Higgins. Feel pretty good about that. I get T. Higgins 2 full rounds after his teammate in Jamar. So yeah, I feel pretty good about taking him there at the 3-4.
Yeah, agreed.
Mr. McGibbles OG says, first time getting in, he's pretty excited. Great to have you here.
Yeah, awesome, man. Welcome.
What's up, Arjun? Welcome in. And my Scott Fishbowl draft currently started with Herbert, Chubb, Tua, almost got the stack with Waddle in the 4th. That is pain that you missed out on that. Mighty Boot says, if you're outside the first 3 or 4 picks, you still going quarterback in a redraft superflex? Yes. You know what, Mighty Booch? We just recorded today, and we're kind of crazy for even putting this many players in the video. But
It was.
Today, we just recorded our top 50 superflex redraft rankings. Top 50. And that's going to be out for you guys in this next week. So stay tuned and wait for that to come out, because I think that's going to be really helpful for everyone playing in Superflex leagues this year. Yeah, I mean, we've never put 50 players in a rankings video before, but we thought, screw it. Let's try and make this the most helpful Superflex rankings video we possibly could. What's up, MP? In my bank account.
God.
Long time no stream, fellas. Been busy either traveling off the grid or working. You put a lot of content I need to catch up on. Thanks for the
Nah,
support, Mighty Booch. Appreciate
we
you.
appreciate you. Keep doing your thing. You keep
Yeah, agreed.
doing what you got to do.
For starting RB, I think Eckler Chubb is an awesome start. I agree. It's a great start.
Yeah,
I'm a
not
big
bad
fan
start.
of it. Sitting out didn't work for Bell. JJ Ramondre 89, perfect start. MP is loving the Team One pick.
Yeah.
ETN's definitely a great pick at the 3-8. I was really struggling between ETN and Higgins there at the 3-4. So I'm a big fan of that pick there.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting him to fall to me. I thought maybe, I thought that he would go where Breece Hall went. To be completely honest, Breece Hall going off the board at 3-5, with all those question marks if he's going to be ready for the first half of the season.
Yeah.
But we got to wait and see what that looks like.
Yes. Yeah. Remember when Melvin Gordon tried holding out? Yeah, that's a good point too. Another great example, Melvin Gordon. The team was like, "Okay, you don't want to play? That's okay. Thanks for your service." They're like, "Okay, thank you. We'll play Austin Eckler."
Damn, I wanted Joe right there.
Yeah, Joe Mixon's a good pick. How many jerseys do you boys own? I'm starting to collect my favorite players. I'll say this: if I had financial freedom, I'd have a lot more jerseys. I have about 3 right now, but I'd love to have like 30.
I only have 2. I have Eli Manning and Saquon Barkley. Both. I only have 2 Giants jerseys. I thought about getting like favorite players or players that I really like.
Mm-hmm.
I love the idea of having like a Josh Allen jersey. Some Garrett Wilson seems like a cool jersey to have as well.
Yeah.
A Chargers jersey is kind of cool, but yeah, it's pretty expensive to be fair.
They are very, very expensive. I mean, if you want to go Alibaba, maybe you'll get a good deal, but obviously questionable quality there. CS says, weird, I have JT and Saquon in my Dynasty startup. Love it. I want that Ridley Falcons jersey.
All right.
I want the Ridley Jaguars jersey. He looks clean in that 0. Agent 0. I mean, I just think he looks so clean in that jersey. Okay, what are we thinking here? Almost on the clock.
Almost on the clock here.
Mark
What are we
Cooper's
thinking?
Gone. Calvin Ridley just went. Devo's gone. DK Metcalf went. Okay. Interesting spot to be in. Judy off the board. What's the running back position looking like here?
A couple options there for you, brother.
Do not want a tight end here. I might go RB here. And man, there's 2 players I really love on the board. Okay, I think I know how. I think I know which one might fall to me. Let's go Aaron Jones first.
Okay, let's see.
Aaron Jones at the 4 at 9. Big fan of Jones's ADP this year. I mean, explosive player, should still be a focal point of the offense, and you get him at multiple round discount this year. I'm a big fan of his value this year. It's not like with all due respect, it's not like the Packers were this top 10 offense last year. I know they're losing Aaron Rodgers, so they're probably going to be worse, but they were only 14th in points per game.
Yeah.
They weren't in shootouts or putting up huge points, and Aaron Jones was still pretty damn good.
Yeah. I just think there was a lot of struggle on that offense early on.
Yeah.
Especially with Christian Watson and them not really getting in sync too early, dropping a lot of passes, doing all that.
Yeah.
Or a lot of catches, dropping a lot of balls.
CJ2K held out, and then got his bag, became CJ0K. GG's. Team 11 is nasty, MP says, which is GOAT's team. He loves it. I'm a hardcore football fan and wouldn't let hang it in my house. You need a fantasy cave. Do you mean like you wouldn't wear it outside? Is that what you're saying? So D-Hop goes
right.
and Herbert. I was definitely thinking Herbert in round 5. I was going to go Fields or Herbert in round 5, but didn't want to go that early on quarterback, so I'll have to pass.
Yep.
How does Aaron Jones not get more work? Rookie quarterback surely checks down a lot. Yeah, I think so.
Maybe, yeah. I think there's also a narrative where, yeah, I'm so off AJ Dillon, but I think for me this year it's a little bit different. I think I'm expecting to see more of him.
Okay.
I said this a while back, early in the off season, and I haven't really spoken about it much because we don't really speak about AJ Dillon too often.
Yeah.
But I see the pathway where AJ Dillon gets worked in more because Aaron Rodgers is no longer there. Aaron Rodgers, I felt, had a lot of control of who was going to be on the field, had a lot of control who he trusted, and clearly that was Aaron Jones over AJ Dillon. And if we see that this year, where I'm forgetting the head coach or the play caller there, gets AJ Dillon more involved, we finally see what we were hoping for. Because I mean, around that time when AJ Dillon got drafted, pretty sure Aaron Rodgers was upset. He was like, "Why we're drafting him? We should be getting these other people. We need more help." And they got AJ Dillon when they already have Aaron Jones. But let's see.
Okay, so the player that I wanted to fall to me, that I was considering at the 4.9 was Miles Sanders, and he fell at the 5.4, so that's perfect. I'll just say, like, just to counter, like, I hear you, but just to counter and, play devil's advocate here. I heard Aaron Rodgers on Pat McAfee for, like, multiple years saying he loved AJ Dillon and that he loved what he brought to the game and that he wanted to get him more involved. So I don't know. I kind of would lean on the side of, like, we know the strengths and weaknesses of both of these guys. I just think Aaron Jones, both are going to get opportunities, but Jones feels like he has the actual fantasy value with his value through the air.
I completely agree.
So
in that sentiment, like, I'm not disagreeing that Aaron Jones is more valuable or Aaron Jones will be the more valuable running back overall. I'm talking about Aaron Jones.
Oh, okay.
I think that David Pierce. Okay, let me just make a pick here, which will probably be Brandon Ayuk for me. I'm just saying that I won't be surprised if we see more of a workload for AJ Dillon.
Yeah.
Now with Aaron Rodgers out and not necessarily calling the shots.
Sure.
Because remember the past couple
Thank you
years.
for the sub, Morgan.
Thank you so much. The past couple of years he was upset. He was like, "Well, I want to be a guy in the room. I want to be the guy that makes things happen. I want to be a guy to help my people to get onto the field." That's why, like, Randall Cobb was a massive part of that. Randall Cobb now goes to freaking the Jets. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
Or Alan Lazard. So I wonder if we see a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more is like, what was he getting? 25% of the workload? Does he get 40% of the workload?
He was already on the field last year for about, I would say, 50 to 55% of the time.
Yeah. So does he get a little bit more, or does he get more in the passing game? Does he get more in the red zone specifically?
Right.
Whatever that looks like, I think we'll see more of an uptick at some point in some area. We just don't know what that is.
Yeah, we will find out for sure. Stan says the background music brings back memories of your content last year. Those bangers for start and sits getting amped for the season. Yes,
man,
we'll definitely be bringing start and sits back.
I can't wait for that, man. Where's Daniel Mason? How many days until the season starts?
David says, I am bad luck with buying jerseys. Bought Mac, he was traded. Carr was benched, disrespected and released. Waller traded. Legend jerseys are probably the way to go with the Raiders.
I mean, Raiders is, that's just... Get a Michael Mayer now.
Yeah, good, Chaotic, no worries. I was torn between whether to go Debo or Aaron Jones. It's nice to get my wide receiver too, but having a running back trio of Eckler, Chubb, and Jones would have been fire. Yes, sir. Yes, definitely Dillon gets more involved for sure when it gets colder for sure. Morgan says, damn, missed out on the Goat Hawk. Yeah, we released a video today. Look, I'll preface this by saying anytime you make a video that the entire premise of the video is, hey, don't draft these players that everyone loves that you're drafting in the first 6 rounds. you're gonna get some hate. Like, you're inevitably gonna get some people who don't like you or don't like what you say or like a player that you say to avoid. So today we released a video talking about 6 players to avoid. And one of those players for me was Hawkinson. And some people don't like it. I've been told in the comment section that Hawkinson is elite, and he was elite in Minnesota. I guess 13 points per game is elite. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Because that's what he averaged in Minnesota. I could be missing something for sure. But look, anytime you bring a video where you're like, hey, all these players are like the top 50 players in everyone's mind, we're going to tell you to avoid 6 of them. Like, there's going to be some disagreements. To each their own.
Yeah, definitely going to be disagreements. And that's difference of opinions and opportunity and things that we see in players. But yeah, I mean, TJ Hawkinson, I think has been a really hot topic for us because I think we see that very differently. I understand what you're saying. I just think it's just great what he's done so far in this offense. But
yeah, 13 points per game is incredible.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm gonna. Oof. I mean, Mike Williams this late looks kind of intriguing to me. Let's see. I don't know how the turn is gonna go here.
I'm interested to see what you do here.
I'm gonna grab Treylon. I've been letting him fall for quite some time, and it's not really worked out for me. But
okay,
so I'm not gonna risk it anymore. I'm gonna go Treylon there.
I'm letting a couple people fall, so let's see.
Yeah,
if they come back to me.
Morgan said, "Respect the tape, just to disagree. I like the upside," and I hear you. You know, and I saw your reply to my comment where you said elite upside as shown by his 30-point game. What if I told you he only had one game above 20 points out of 10 in Minnesota? I don't know. I mean, I guess we just see it differently. But if people want to draft Hawkinson, I mean, he goes in the 5th round here. I've seen him a lot in the 4th round, a lot in the early 5th. I mean, in best ball tournaments, he's going in the 4th round a lot as well. And Scott Fishbowl, I've seen him go in the 3rd round. But look, if people want to draft Hawkinson, all the more power to them. Just me personally, I'm not someone I'm targeting.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
35 likes. Smash that like button to get to 50. Yes, if we do hit 50 likes, guys, we will do a Superflex draft after this. So if you want to see that, go ahead and be a friend and hit that like button for us. Easy way to support the channel and help us grow. If the Packers are bad, like really bad, no reason to see how AJ Dillon does. How is he in pass protection? Could see Love needing more. I hear you for sure. Mike Jones. What's up, Fantasy Stock Exchange? Welcome in. Is it Danny or is it Bush?
Man?
Who
What's
is
up,
it?
Brother? How you doing? Either one. Hello to both.
Mighty Boot says, I feel like I only want Charger receivers in best ball. Outside of Keenan Allen, I agree. I love Keenan Allen this year, but Mike and Quentin, I only really want in best ball as well.
SMP is funny.
Been watching Succession. It's so good.
I still haven't seen it, man.
If the only thing that I give you guys on this channel is encouraging you to watch Succession, and you do, then I will feel very accomplished as a person. It's, I think, one of my favorite shows of all time, if not top 3. It might be 1. I'm trying to figure it out. Hawk went 310, and see, this is what I'm saying. Styles says Hawk went 310 in his Scott Fishbowl draft. No way, that's way too early.
Isn't the Fishbowl though tied in premium? I could be wrong.
I think it might be. Yeah.
Premium? Yeah.
Okay, here we are. And
You won't take him.
I have a decision between Jordan Addison. I'm just gonna tell you guys what I'm thinking: Jordan Addison, JSN, and Jahan Dotson.
Okay.
And I really do think, I prefer JSN in Dynasty. He would be my wide receiver 1 in the class. But I really do think, looking at these two offenses, Addison is going to likely have the better production year one. That offense throws a ton. Kirk Cousins throws a ton. Kevin O'Connell wants to keep throwing the ball. That's only, further exaggerated by taking a wide receiver in the first round and letting go of your franchise running back. So I'll take Addison there in the 7th round.
Okay. Not bad. That man makes sense. Let's see where Styles goes.
The lad, welcome in. Danny, do you have any thoughts on TJ Hawkinson? I was talking about this earlier, but today we released a video. I'm sure you know all too well about this. It's never popular to release a video that tells people to avoid players. You're always going to get some people who are really angry about, your takes. But we did 6 players to avoid. We released that today. And one of the players I was talking about was TJ Hawkinson. Seen him go in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round. And I just gave reasons as to why I think he's a very mid pick in fantasy football. And I don't think that there's truly the upside that other people do. And definitely some interesting comments. Some people were really not happy about me bringing Hawkinson. So I'm curious if you have any thoughts as a fellow content creator on TJ Hawkinson himself. As Dotson goes, then JSN, and now you're up on the board.
Yeah, I really wanted Cam Akers there. I mean, I think that's a really good pick. He fell there. I was contemplating him at the 6'5". Okay.
Stock Exchange, Danny says, out on him at cost. I agree. Maybe bold, but I just take Pitt straight up, to be honest. Like in redraft this year, you're saying that? Yeah. For me, that player would be Waller. Like, I have Waller ranked as my tight end 3 this year. So I definitely hear you.
Dang, I don't know where to go here. I'm just going to go Monty.
Double L says, as a Vikes fan, I'm super comfortable with Hawk. The team loves him and will lean on him just like they did last year. He was targeted right at the gate on important plays. Totally hear you. Again, I just keep coming back to, I keep hearing people say he's got a lead upside at the position. I mean, 13 points per game. That's what he averaged last year in Minnesota. That's fine. 13 points per game is fine. I could get Evan Ingram like 50 picks later and he'll give me 12 points per game, Just one man's opinion.
What can you do? What can you say?
MP says, shout out to this channel. Keeps my procrastination levels steady. Love to see that. I'm with you, Thomas. I think he'll have a great rookie season. What's up, Double L says, just got to season 4. Was season 3 finale kind of a dud or just me?
Are you talking about Succession?
I think so.
Oh, they have 4 seasons of Succession?
I thought that... I can't remember. I thought there was 3. No, there is 4. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah, there is
Have
4.
you been watching Secret Invasion or what?
Yeah, I've been watching it.
How do you like it so far?
I actually really like it. It's super intriguing. I like the idea. I'm just confused how the Avengers aren't going to get involved. Like, how is Nick Fury going to figure this one out on his own?
Because I think the Skrulls are going to beat the Skrulls themselves.
That could make sense.
Like, that's why I think that's the whole point, in my opinion. But like, but unless they become, well, I don't want to spoil it. I can't spoil that.
So how about
unless they accomplish what they're trying to accomplish,
right?
They have to get them involved. Do you get what I'm saying?
Sure.
Do you know?
I hear you for sure. No spoilers, but that definitely makes sense. CS says you take Pitts over Hawk. Nick says we need the second mock draft. Like it up. I mean, yeah, we're only 3 likes away from our like goal, guys. So if you have yet to drop a like, help us do that. We'll pop off a Superflex mock after this. Dan said, so how about Goddard? Do we think he can finish top at the position? Look, honestly, I don't think anyone's beating out Travis Kelce unless there's an injury. What I will say is I think Goddard and Hawkinson have very similar values. One is just going very, like a lot later, specifically in best ball drafts. I think Goddard is a much better pick than TJ Hawkinson. I think similar value. I think Kittle's a better pick based off of ADP. Ingram's a better pick based off of ADP. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I would say there are
Cheeky's going 2
obviously.
quarterbacks here.
Yeah, I say there were obviously like 3 or 4 tight ends I believe have the upside to finish tight end one. Is it
Okay.
going to happen? I don't know. So that's T.J. Hawkinson, George Kittle, Mark Andrews, and Dallas Goedert. So those are my 4 that I believe could finish tight end one.
Okay.
It has the upside to finish tight end one in my eyes.
Okay.
I think Travis Kelce obviously leads that without a doubt. But I think maybe that's why a lot of people like TJ. I mean, I like TJ because of the upside, because of what he can do and what he can bring. Same thing with Dallas Goedert, same thing with Mark and George Kittle. George Kittle, I would say less, but just depending on the quarterback, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think all these guys have a tight end one upside. Am I on the clock here again? Okay, no.
Rowan is. Yeah, I would say
I heard the countdown.
as we see Tua off the board. I've got 4 wide receivers.
This was a good pick there.
Tua is a good pick there. Oh, this gets really weird. Look, like this late, I feel like Tony's worth it. But I also really like Bateman. Thank you for the super chat. I'll go Rashad Bateman there at the 8-9.
Beatty City.
Jordan
Nice,
says, Zach, did Badaki ever find out about the league that was made? We talked about that earlier in the stream. That was funny. But yeah, he's it's in his honor. So
In my honor.
thank you for the super chat, Jordan. Appreciate you. But just circling back to the tight end conversation, I don't think anyone supersedes Travis Kelce as tight end 1 this year myself. If anyone does, it's Andrews. My biggest question is who's the tight end 2? And to me, I could see that being a lot of different tight ends, which is why I have such a problem with Hawkinson's premium price. I could see the tight end 2 being Andrews. I could see it being Waller. I could see it being Hawkinson, Kittle, Goddard, or even Kyle Pitts. And that is why, because I think there's such a wide range of outcomes at the tight end position, which we see every single year. That's why I personally don't want to pay the price for a Hawkinson, because I think there are tight ends who have just as much upside who are much more affordable picks.
Yeah, no, definitely a point in conversation. You know, the tight end position is so hard to predict. You know, I think that's why a lot of people put, you know, their efforts in the top 2 in Travis Kelce, or their stock in Travis Kelce and Mark Andrews, because you just know what they're going to return. You know what they're going to be.
Yeah.
You know how much that they're going to score per game, and you feel comfortable with that. And then after that, it's just all about based off upside, opportunity, and what we believe in each and every one of these guys. So I mean, anyone can. I mean, if you told me Evan Ingram was going to be a top 5 quarterback, if you told me Tyler Higbee was going to be a top 6 quarterback,
Tight end,
right? If you told me tight end, you told me Taysom Hill was going to be a top 10 tight end, that's wild.
Yeah.
Like, no way we would have predicted that.
No, 100%.
But yeah, it's awesome. That's fantasy football.
That is fantasy football for you. Guys, really loving the atmosphere on today's stream. The chat is going off. Appreciate the super chats, the subscribes, the likes. It means a lot. We did reach our like goal on the stream, so we'll pop off a super flex mock for you guys. In fact, why don't we change this to 30 seconds on the clock now? Badaki, if you can comment in the chat and let everyone in the draft know.
Yeah.
Oops. Okay, so 30 seconds on the clock from now on. Yeah, I think. Let me look at my rankings here, but this is where I think I would go Evan Ingram.
Okay, never mind.
Who I have Evan Ingram ahead of Pat Fryermuth myself. Evan is my 8, tight end 8. Pat is my tight end 9. I'm a fan of Pat Fryermuth, but man, I trust Trevor Lawrence to make multiple receiving weapons fantasy relevant over Kenny Pickett. So
yeah,
I would go Ingram there myself.
I definitely get it.
Let's try and keep up with the chat here.
What else we got?
T Gray says just started an underdog draft, picking from the 12, started Devontae and the Sun God. I love that. I love that start for you. My favorite start at the if you're doing Best Ball Mania at the edge would be Amon-Ra and CeeDee Lamb.
Gabe Davis, and I am going James Cook.
Okay,
I
James Cook off the
I
board.
almost took James Cook so much earlier. I was honestly contemplating on reaching at the 7-8, but I was like, I want to take Monty here. I haven't
Nice.
taken Monty in a redraft before, and James does fool to me.
Yeah, I like
So
the
I am
Monty value
set.
there for sure. You guys think Olave would be top 10? I definitely think it would be top 12. Top 10 is tough to lock in. Would you rather have Njoku or Waller than Hawk at cost and redraft? It would be Waller for me.
Yeah.
But I'd also rather have Njoku at cost.
Yeah. Agreed.
Um,
Completely agree. Agree.
Hungry. You're just hungry.
I'm hungry. I am hungry, actually. Starving like Marvin.
Yeah, Dulcich is a fun pick as well, and you can get him super late.
Dulcich is definitely one of a guy. I might bring him in a video later on in the next couple of weeks, but I've been looking at Dulcich, and if I'm not, I saw this weird stat where he scored over 10 fantasy points in the last. He was something. It was something ridiculous in his last 12 fantasy points in his last 6 games, the last 4 games of the season. And he's a guy that's definitely very interesting to target in the late rounds in a redraft.
We got some Badaki Birthday League members in the chat. You love to see that. 60 days until first football Sunday. Love it. Cheeky says, I'll never pick Hawkinson again. Kevin says, I refuse to take a tight end before round 10. Thoughts on getting the value of Geno Lockett? Definitely like the stack. Yeah, it's a fun stack, especially this late. And Njoku goes off the board right before Badaki. What's up, Scribbles? Welcome in.
What's happening?
CD went at the 11. Makes sense. Two-time quarterback stack. I don't know. I mean, I'll just say, because I do see a couple teams going double quarterbacks. In a one quarterback league, I probably will never do that. The only scenario I would really do that is if I went A-Rich as my quarterback 1 and then got like a solid, just reliable quarterback behind him. But to have Allen and Dak, I mean, in a one quarterback league, I understand wanting the stack, but Dak's not going to get you much trade value in a one quarterback format, And then to have Trevor Lawrence and Joe Burrow, I don't know. I think you're going to want to start Joe Burrow most weeks. Trevor Lawrence is going to be good. But I don't think Trevor Lawrence, you're going to get the trade value of like a starting, a top, 3 wide receiver on your team or anything. I just don't think we can be drafting 2 quarterbacks before we draft our second wide receiver. I think that's really going to hurt your team build. I mean, right now, team 12.
Yeah, Amari Cooper, Mike Evans.
That's it. That's all we have.
That is tough. And, I always say this. We both always say this. This is a 2 wide receiver start with 3 flex, and having the upside of the wide receiver position at the flex spot is kind of crucial, at least in our eyes. And I would rather always start a wide receiver at that flex spot. And right now, he's starting Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor, Pacheco, Khalil Herbert at that flex spot, with obviously Mike Evans and Amari Cooper at the wide receiver position. So,
yeah, I'll go Danny Dimes here at the 10-9.
Not bad. Not bad. Good choice.
I know that I had the option of Kirk Cousins and Jared Goff as well. Daniel Jones would just be the person I would prefer there myself. We've talked about this before, but Daniel Jones last year, top 10 quarterback at over 700 rushing yards, and he's still going to be involved on the ground. You add Darren Waller, that's absolutely going to help him through the air, but he's still going to be a very on the ground involved type of quarterback. 7 rushing touchdowns last year. I'm a big fan of Danny Dimes at his current price point.
Yeah, he's the guy, brother. Talk it up. He's Daniel Jones, huh?
That's right.
Daniel Jones is gonna win the Super Bowl.
Is he?
Genuinely though. Genuinely, how absolutely hilarious would it be where this whole narrative, Daniel Jones not this guy, and he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback? Like, holy fuck, that'd be so like.
I mean,
I think it'll be funny in the fantasy communities, like, or in the not even fantasy community, the football community, because of how much they were just going at him.
What's the percentage chances that he is a Super Bowl?
Percentage chance is like 10%. You know,
That's
like
pretty
it's
high.
nothing. Yeah, that's nothing. So
I would say there's a 4% chance. Feels right to me.
yeah, that's fair.
Okay, I really like Jerick McKinnon here. I'll take Jerick McKinnon. Man, after their bye week in Kansas City, he became a really important piece to their receiving game. And from that time onwards, I'm pretty sure he was a top 10 running back. I'm not expecting that from him here, obviously, but I like the value in a PPR format. Have a good night, Mighty Booch.
Appreciate you.
Full PPR, would you rather have Olave in the 9th or Rashad in the 13th? Olave in the 9th, and I do love Rashad. Cheeky loves it. Love to see that. Who's the quarterback for Denver again? Rashad Watson. Actually, could be Jarrett Stidham, though. All we're hearing is that Jarrett Stidham is out playing Russell Wilson at camp, which is not what you want to hear.
Not what you want to hear. Let's see.
Thomas says Badaki's on brand tonight, so
I'll take goal.
Looks like you're taking some of the guys that you love.
That's right, baby. All me people. Deontay, Elijah Moore, James, Bobbin. Damn, if I got a Joker right there.
Yeah, Cole Kmet doesn't feel as good as in Joker.
No, and not at all. But hey, top 10 tight end though.
He was top 5 from week 5 onwards, actually, last year, oddly enough. I think I'm going Dulcich over Kmet myself.
Definitely could be the case for sure.
Where do you have Kmet ranked right now? I have Kmet 14 and Dulcich 13.
Let me open up my redraft. I'm sorry, 1 second. You have Kmet where?
I have them one spot apart, and I have Dulcich one spot higher at 13.
So I have Cole at 12 and then Greg at 14.
Okay.
I have Dalton in between them right now. But
Tom Brady just went off the board.
He's coming back.
Is he?
He is.
I love it. I think even he knows it's time to hang him up. Hey, we tried our best. It's time to hang him up, boys. Tajay Spears goes off the board there. OBJ, I was waiting on bringing this comment up here from Beaver, but I was hoping he might fall to me in the 12th. I definitely think he's a really good pick based off his current asking price.
Yeah, agreed.
Definitely love the upside that he presents and the cost that it requires to take him. Singletary is another pick that I really, really like. I think he's going to be much, much more involved in Houston than people want to admit. Like, to me, there's no way Dameon Pierce is a 5th-round pick, and that makes Devin Singletary a 12th-round pick. I don't think there's that big of a gap between them in fantasy value. Oh, Sky Moore's a perfect pick there. You son of a bitch.
Set him on beach.
Okay, that's making my decision definitely more difficult here. Man, Jacoby Myers is just a disgusting pick, isn't he? But he's probably the right one.
I mean, get Jacoby. Jacoby Myers will finish higher than Devontae Adams.
You know what? Screw it. Let's go Zeke. Let's go Zeke.
Let's go, brother. Zeke.
If I grab Zeke there and he actually comes back to the Cowboys, 200 IQ.
Imagine.
200 IQ.
200.
That is true. Ben DiNucci is on the Cowboys. Warren could be good. I do like Jaylen Warren this year, yeah. Did he go off the board already? Yeah, at the 12-4. Brady comes back to play for Vegas. That would be fun. That would be fun.
Apparently, he has to sell his share. Imagine he actually
I don't see it happening,
does
though.
that. Yeah, imagine he's like, you know what? I'm coming back. I'm selling my shares.
The way he performed last year just says, hey, it's probably time to hang it up.
Sell your stocks, huh?
I think people have. Higbee off the board. So I went Danny Dimes earlier. I think I'll
What
go
do you do?
Kyler here. You know, if there was more rounds, I'd probably take him much later. But if Kyler ends up starting, let's say week 3 or 4 onwards, I feel really good about getting a Kyler Murray there that late.
Yeah, not bad.
Daniel Jones, Daniel Peoples-Jones, another sleeper. Are you referring to Donovan Peoples-Jones?
Yes, Donovan DPJ.
Right. What's up, Lucas? It's been a minute, man. Hope you're doing well. Good to hear from you. It's been far too long. Thoughts on Sutton? I'm pretty indifferent on Sutton. I just don't feel like he is the same player that he used to be.
I want to just take another quarterback here. I'll go Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers off the board. And while we're doing that, I'll go ahead and set up the next mock draft. By the way, if there's anyone out there who's curious, we get the question a lot. Hey, do you guys host redraft leagues? Yes, we do. And we'll just take a quick second here before we go to the next mock draft and tell you how you can be a part of it. If you want to play in a redraft league with us, anyone who plays in a follower league is supporting us on Flock Fantasy with our code. So if you want to play in a redraft league with us, use the code LAND when signing up to flockfantasy.com. I put a direct link in the chat box right now. Select the Mother Flocker tier. Once you've done that, DM us on Discord with a screenshot of your account tab so we can see that you have done so. We'll add you into one of our redraft leagues. Each league has a $25 buy-in, and then the prizes are as follows. First place gets $175, second gets $100, and third gets their buy-in back. When each league is filled up, we will vote whether it will be one quarterback or super flex. Then we'll assign a draft date, and all drafts will be live streamed on the channel. Keep in mind, if you are already in a dynasty league, at this moment, we're only allowing new signups into a redraft league. And that's just because if we opened it up for everyone and let everyone get into multiple leagues, we would have just so many leagues that we wouldn't be able to keep track of. So if you're already in a league with us in Dynasty, unfortunately at this time, maybe in the future we can change it. You can only play in that league that you're in. So feel free to DM us on Discord with any questions. I am going to set up a new mock draft for us now. We will do a super flex format. And if people want to join that mock draft, how can they go about doing so, Badaki?
Yeah, guys, all you have to do is join our Discord. Link in the description below, and link is going to be in the chat, as you can see. All you have to do is go to the Fantasyland tab with the orange footballs on your far left. There's a little drop down. Go to content releases, and that's exactly how you can join the mock draft. Any of our mock drafts, the one on our redraft channel, our dynasty channel, and anything else that we will be doing later on in the season. So once again, link in the description, link in the chat. Go to Fantasyland tab with the orange footballs, content releases, and that's exactly how you can join this mock draft. And I'll send that link here once I get that link.
Yeah.
And then I'll send it to you.
Yep, I'll go ahead and send this to you now. Where does the chat want me to draft from? This is a Superflex draft. Where do you guys want me to draft from? Is there anywhere in particular? In particular, you guys had in mind? Lucas, yes, join the Dizzy, man. Join the Dizzy. That's where we put out all the links.
I'm gonna
we got 12. We've got 5, 6. Yeah, Styles. Yeah, that's the people who supported us long time ago got on the double leagues. We got 3. Yeah. We got 7. Okay, so what happens if I take 12, add 6, add 3, add 7, and divide it by 4? We're drafting at the 7 spot.
Well, quick math. All right, sending that link out here. Once again, content release, Fantasyland tab, content releases, 3, 2, 1. There you go. That is the link to this mock draft, and we'll see you there, brother.
Okay, while that's filling up, Chaotic says, I actually have a question. Who's best to DM? You can DM me. That's fine. From tomorrow onwards, if you guys have questions about redraft leagues, DM Badaki. I'm going to be away for a little while on a holiday. On a
little holiday.
Okay, so we are full. So I'll let the chat know this is a PPR Superflex mock, no tight end premium. And let's go ahead and start this thing off. Hey, Steven, what's up, man? Welcome, man.
How we doing, man?
Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the support so far. You guys have been awesome today. Yep. You definitely got close there, Gator. It'll either be Mahomes or Allen or Hurts for you there.
Yeah, I mean, either way, you kind of get the feel of what you can get here when you're drafting at the 1. I mean, the 1 and the 2 is really similar.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so we see Mahomes, Hurts, Allen, Burrow, Herbert, all off the board. There goes Lamar, and then I will take Justin Fields here.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see what Nick does. Steven says, also love the content. Sorry, I've just been lurking recently. Dude,
No, I appreciate you, man. You
totally
do you.
Okay. Thank
Gotta
you for the
do you.
support, Steven. Really, really appreciate that. Thanks for the super chat. Very kind of you.
Let's see
hope you're doing well.
where I'm just Nick H. He goes Trevor Lawrence
This
here.
is the tough break here, isn't it?
It is a tough break, and this is redraft. I'm gonna do late round quarterback strat then. Let's see how that works out for me. Maybe I'll get a quarterback in the 3rd round.
Yeah, it's really tough once those top quarterbacks go off to determine what their best move is. But there's definitely a cutoff point where
unless a quarterback comes back to me here that I really like. Let's see.
There's definitely a cutoff point where the positional players become the go-to. Is this 30 seconds? Yeah.
Yes, it is 30 seconds. Chase, Jefferson, Chase, Tyreek Hill at the 111.
See what Mikey does here at the 12.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a tough spot to be. He goes Bijan first. So that's the first running back off the board.
What's CMC there?
Bijan and CMC. I am super intrigued to see how Team 12 turns out.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see where Jordan House goes here.
I will say that overall, in a vacuum, I prefer being in the top 7 or 6 of a super flex draft.
100%. 100%. Because it just makes it so much more difficult.
Yeah.
I know exactly what I would have done. To go CD there. Travis Kelce. Okay. Was not expecting this. I mean, I have to go this guy. I mean, I'm gonna go Deshaun Watson here. I know I said I was gonna do late quarterback strat, but I was truly expecting Deshaun Watson to go off the board there. And I think he is my quarterback that I'm happy to. Okay, this will be my last guy, and then I'm happy to wait to see who falls back to me. But if Deshaun Watson's there for me, I'm happy to take him.
Jeez, this is really tough for me because
there's
right
crazy wide receivers.
I know.
As well.
I'm deciding between Dak Prescott or like Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp, yeah, that's wild. That's what
I think I have to go Cooper Kupp here.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah, I think I have to go Cooper Kupp there. Let's see who falls back to me.
Chicken and rice for lunch, boys. Love that.
It's such a Superflex drafts are such a delicate balance because you could. It really depends on how the draft goes and what people prioritize. Every draft is going to be so different. You could have one league that you see Jefferson, Chase, Hill, CMC all in the top 6, and people just aren't aware of how valuable quarterbacks are. You could be at one point of the board, and it looks like there's so many quarterbacks. You make a pick. The next time you're back around, you're like, what the hell? All the quarterbacks are gone. It's such a fine balance.
Tough
in Superflex leagues.
Yeah, completely agree.
MP says chicken and rice for lunch, boys. Too many beers lately. Getting on that health kick, are we, MP?
Too many schooners, mate. Too many VBs, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. So you get a Monterey, AJ Brown, and if you're in this position at this board here, you're buzzing because you can really get an elite wide receiver and just be happy with whatever quarterback potentially comes back to you at this turn here.
Yeah.
There's I would say 1, 2, 3, 4 quarterbacks I'm happy to kind of come at me at this turn. So Tebow goes,
Coming at you
Patrick
like a spider
Mahomes,
monkey.
Jonathan Taylor, and Jalen Waddle. No worries, Nick, man. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, thanks for joining. Let's see here.
Anthony Richardson at the 3-2. Wow.
Oof.
Wow.
That is a tough pill to swallow right there.
Garrett Wilson at the 3-3.
I don't mind that.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't mind. There goes Chris Olave, Tua tag.
Damn, Tua was
quickly.
so close to coming back to me. That would have been an awesome pick for me.
Tua attacks quickly right there. Let's see where that guy to your. I'm assuming that guy to your right, right? I'm assuming that's who that is.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a say, and I think I kind of know where you might be going here.
I don't know. Do you?
I think I might know. Yeah, I think we all wanted to it there. That guy to your right. I mean, I was hoping that he will fall to me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I wanted Daniel Jones.
That's why I was counting down because I knew.
Well,
maybe
that's
it was
fine.
a bit
Derrick
different.
Henry's fine. I kind of wanted Daniel, but yeah, got sniped from Tua. Tua would have been an awesome pick for sure. I mean, if Dan the Man's in the chat, let us know. I mean, that is a lot of confidence in A-Rich in a redraft league to take him that high.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
I'm not
and
saying
this
it's a
went
wrong
beautifully.
pick. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
You know, one of your first 3 picks being a rookie quarterback, that's a lot of belief there. How close are Olave, Waddle, and Wilson for you guys?
In my rankings, I think they're all within the top 10. Olave is my wide receiver 9 or 10. Wilson and Waddle are in my top 7, so they're not really far off there. Gator fan, all top 10 wide receivers for me.
Yeah, I have them all in the top 12. I have Olave and Waddle back to back as 11 and 12. And I would have Garrett Wilson as my wide receiver 9. So they're very, very close. Wouldn't you rather have Tua than Dak if it's just coming this year? There's definitely a case for Tua over Dak.
100%.
So that's why I found Dak such a hard pick to make it the 2-6, because I knew that maybe Dak or Tua would have come back to me. Now, obviously, that hasn't worked out, but hopefully you get where I'm coming from there with that logic. Damn, yeah. Geno's off the board. See,
and this
I
this
shouldn't
is a
have waited.
You shouldn't have waited. And like now the question is, do you hate that you didn't take Dak Prescott there?
No, but I hate that I didn't take Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
at the 3-7.
Yeah, and that kind of felt to me. And I think now you look at positional value here. This person's available. You had to take him. Getting Mark Andrews here at the 4-4 is kind of wild.
Yeah, I like that pick. Oh my gosh, there's just so and at this point, I'm probably just gonna kick quarterback down the curb a little bit because there's definitely some very good positional players on the board.
Yeah, and if you would have taken Daniel Jones, I would have instantly taken a Jared Goff without a doubt. I would have been happy with Jared Goff. And Jared Goff if Nick took Jared Goff, I would have taken Smith, and that would have been my last quarterback until I would have punted for a while, kind of like you right now.
Oh, this is such a tough decision for me. There's 2 players I absolutely love on the board. Oh, I wish someone would have made this decision easier for me. Okay, quickly, what are my rankings currently stand with these 2 guys?
8, 7, 6.
We'll go Tony Pollard, damn it.
4, okay.
Geez, that's tough.
That is a tough one. Dan said he said I love the rushing upside, especially with Hurts. I'll take the risk. Okay. I mean, I think it's a little bit too rich knowing. I mean, I'm assuming you're drafting Anthony Richardson with the hopes and expectation that he has some sort of Justin Fields type of year, which is really hard to gauge because Fields didn't really do that until the second year. Who has really come out and had a crazy rushing career in his first year? I don't really know.
Well, there's not really been a quarterback like Anthony Richardson drafted in the first year.
Yeah. I guess you could say Lamar, but Lamar wasn't a top 5 pick, and Lamar technically did that in his second year.
Yeah, he was good to end the season, but he didn't start as a starter.
Yeah. I just think that I'm taking everyone that has been drafted so far over Anthony Richardson. Like Anthony Richardson is a guy who was like, okay, I'm punting quarterbacks. Like Anthony Richardson is a good quarterback to take in his Zach's position later on down the road.
Right.
You know,
yeah,
like, okay,
A-Rich would be my quarterback 18 in redraft right now. So look, I think it's a very, like, if you hit, you will not regret that pick. But you're kind of drafting him to the point where like you need him to hit with him being your third player of your team.
Yeah.
That's what's tough about it. But Zach drafting bulk running back. Yeah, it is weird. It's just the way the board fell to me. So strange. 30 seconds does go fast. You're not wrong. You're not wrong there.
I mean, that's freaking underdog. Underdog's always 30 seconds. You just keep going. You
Yeah.
gotta get ready. Put people on your queue.
I would be more prepared if I could use my queue, but if I use my queue, everyone knows exactly what I'm thinking. That's what's tough.
Maybe just put, well, yeah.
As we see, Brees, ET, and Najee off the board. Sorry?
No, I said maybe what you should do is put us on the right side and then just don't show your queue.
Even if I, like, let's say I highlight TJ Hawkins here. You guys know I'm not going to draft him. You can still see that it's highlighted.
Unless
right? You still see right here that it's highlighted amongst all the other names.
But unless you put our images to the left of the screen. But anyways, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Then no one can see the board, though. And people always want to see the board.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And who's available?
Ridley off the board.
It's going to be interesting to see who comes back to me here.
Had Gibbs Q, didn't mean to take him. That's okay. It's not a bad pick. I mean, for me, I was really struggling between Devonta Smith and Tony Pollard. I really did not know who to take there, and I loved both of their values. That was a very, very tough decision for me to make there. Someone take TJ Hawkinson already.
He's going in the, now that you spoke about it, no one's going to take him.
Not in our community. To be fair, it's super flex. He'll get pushed down anyway. Okay, sweet. I was hoping Russell Wilson might fall to me. I almost, out of like this feeling of like need, took him at the 4-6, but I stayed composed. I feel much better about taking him here at the 5-7. This is working out much better than I anticipated. We are Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. Deebo Samuel. Okay.
Dan says, was thinking wide receiver. He wasn't coming back to me. Fair enough. I traded Lamar for Fields and Madison in my one quarterback dynasty league. I got Lance and AR as backups. I mean, it sounds like you just have a treasure chest of assets there, so I definitely don't mind that.
Take Drake.
Win all in this year, 12-team super flex. Pretty good team, man. Should I flip Pitts for Kelsey? No, I would not do that.
No.
No.
This is Dynasty?
Yeah.
No.
I would much rather look at buying a veteran than flipping Pitts. I just think that you'll regret that in the near future. But can you go buy like a vet, like a Kittle, cheaper, or like an Ingram? in Njoku, I would not. Waller's a great buy for you, actually. I wouldn't be selling Pitts, though. What's the projection for Debo this year? I'll be honest. I don't see much difference in fantasy value right now between Debo and Ayuk myself.
And Ayuk. Yeah, I would agree there.
I think Debo was hurt the most by the Christian McCaffrey trade because really McCaffrey now plays the Debo Samuel role. What used to be so exciting for Debo Samuel, McCaffrey is now kind of the focal point of that offense. And when you have McCaffrey and Mitchell healthy, which who knows how long that stays for, Debo will not see the same amount of work on the ground that he's accustomed to seeing. So I don't think he's a bad pick whatsoever. I think there's like too wide of a range of outcomes in that wide receiver room for me to go Debo early. Not even that the 5.8 is early. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. There goes Miles. Okay, that's perfect. I want to take a wide receiver here. I'll take DJ.
Okay.
I want to fill up my wide receivers. I'm gonna wait on some running backs. Some guys I like can kind of come back to me.
I definitely anticipated I was going to take a wide receiver here, but my God, the running back value is so
It's kind of wild. It's kind of
wild here. I think I'm going to go running back. Kenneth Walker goes off the board. I mean, I think I'm about to take Joe Mixon as my RB3.
I love that. It's a good pick. That's what I was contemplating, but I was like, if DJ Moore is there,
I'm taking Joe Mixon here as my RB3. This is wild. This is what I said earlier when we were doing the one quarterback mock. I really feel... Actually, we recorded a video and I was talking about this, which will be out later. But I really feel like this is the year to go heavy RB potentially if trends are going to stay the way that they currently are, where wide receivers are just going so hot and heavy early in drafts. I think it might be robust RB year. But of course, it depends on what it looks like towards draft season.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what your team looks like with the wide receivers.
Sure. Thanks for the sub, Hardy.
Thank you so much, man. And I think we both agreed that like it's difficult. We like to build around wide receivers, and getting these running backs is great and the value. But like in the next 2 rounds, there's going to be no wide receivers we're going to love. I would say 3 rounds. Let's say 3 rounds.
There was already no wide receiver that I was obsessed with on the board, though.
Because then you kind of have to reach.
Yeah, I'm not going to reach on a wide receiver when the running back is the better value.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why DJ Moore was my last guy there, because I like DJ. He came to me at 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Derek Carr at the 6'12 is actually a really good value in a Superflex league.
Wide receiver 27. Jeez. It's not bad.
Thanks, MP. I'll say he had a better year than Daniel Jones. Bold statement. So I think Dan's saying Anthony Richardson will have a better year than Daniel Jones?
You think he will have a better year than what Daniel Jones did this past year? So he's rushing for 700 yards, throwing about over 15 touchdowns, over 1,200 yards. Maybe I would take that. I would take the passing opportunities away and say, can he rush for more than 700 yards? I think he can.
Yeah, he could if he starts every game.
Yeah.
Going the 0 team strat with my last few picks. He gets D Hop and D Cook on the clock in Devy. I know, Kyle. Just been working, man. Just been working. But I mean, the hard thing now in the Devy draft is like you can't just hop on and make a pick. Like you actually need to dive deep into your pick and make sure you're making the right decisions. But if anyone's curious, I know we've been talking about this league a little bit on the channel. You can see how the Devy draft is currently looking. I am on the clock. I took Marvin Harrison at the 102. I took Trey Benson at the 212. I took Zachariah Branch at the 307. I'm on the clock now. I just made a trade back, and we'll see who I take. But yeah, I mean, the wide receivers I was going to consider are still on the board. the ones that I was going to consider at the 6'6".
Mm-hmm. I'm
Man.
interested to see who are you going to take here.
Yeah, I think in a normal league I could get away with waiting on this player. I don't think I could wait on this player in our community. I really don't think Treylon would have come back to me. I'm curious if anyone in the chat can let me know if that would be the case. Nick, Rab, Jordan, Mikey, would you guys have taken Treylon with either of your next 2 picks? Maybe Badaki, would you have? I mean, you already have a lot of wide receivers, so maybe you wouldn't have. I think if I was in a league with my friends, I would have waited on Burks to fall to the 8-6, but I don't think he would have.
That's who I wanted. I wanted Christian Kirk there.
James says he thought about taking Treylon with his last pick. Where you at, James? Which part on the board are you? Harrison Jr. or Caleb 101? I think you could go either. But I feel pretty good about my quarterbacks there. I think Caleb's probably the pick overall. Just in Superflex, there's a higher upside. Darce Severus. Okay, so you thought about Burks at the 7-4. That's good to know.
Okay.
That guy said, the guy to your right says he wasn't going to. Nick says he wanted the Lawrence Kirk stack. If D-Hop signs with the Titans, Burks value tanks. Yeah, if D-Hop signs a lot of places, for sure, we'll have to reassess. If D-Hop signs with the Chiefs, we need to rethink about that wide receiver room. That's definitely the case for everyone, for every team that he goes to.
Yeah.
I still don't see a reason why he would sign in Tennessee. Maybe I'm just too biased, but
I agree. No,
I
I
don't
agree.
see a reason why he signs in Tennessee.
I think the teams that have quote unquote submitted a contract with him, I just don't see it.
Yeah, it's a little bit strange
know,
that like all these teams have submitted a contract and he's not done anything. You know?
Exactly.
He's like,
well, what is he waiting for?
I don't know. I mean, look, I definitely could be too biased, but I just don't see Tennessee being the place for him. Has nothing on his wish list.
This is different.
But yeah, if he signs in D-Hop signs with Tennessee, you absolutely need to reassess. No, you're good, Kyle. Appreciate you hopping onto the stream.
You know, I haven't drafted him lately, but I might go Swifty.
Okay, DeAndre Swift off the board.
I'll take a swing with Swift. You know, my thought process and narrative is kind of changing with Swift here. I'm happy to take a couple swings on him. I mean, not in my RB as my, but you know, if I had if he was my RB3, that would be really good value.
Yeah.
But I'll still take a chance. 1, 2.
Okay, so Addison off the board, that's completely fine because I feel like Lockett is such a value here. I'll be honest, I do think as much as I love Jason, I'm obsessed with him in Dynasty. For Jason to go at the 6'2", that felt a little bit too rich for me. I understand you wanted the Geno stack, but that felt a little bit too rich for me. But now to know that I have Tyler Lockett here, the most consistent, most underdrafted player of all time, I feel pretty good about that pick there. And I'm really starting to like the way this team is filling out. That guy to your right says sniped. I'm sorry. I wanted Addison here, James. If Addison was available, he would have gone to my team. So maybe that helps you knowing that he wasn't going to be available.
Yeah. Oh, let's see where he goes. Bryce Young.
Bryce Young off the board. So
LA Rams.
Yeah, team 5 here is going heavy on the Chargers. Whoever it is, he's going to have the player there. I like the Jahan Dotson pick. I mean, there's a lot of good receivers still out there.
Yeah, they're still coming. Let's see where they go.
But if this was my starting lineup, I could. I still need to draft one more player, but I feel pretty comfortable with this. Put Lockett as wide receiver 2. We'll put Burks in our flex spot. Love the running back strength on the team. Mike Evans goes off the board. Rachaad White off the board. Love the White pick.
Yeah.
MP says,
I normally will go White there.
MP says I dropped Lockett to the waivers after week 1. Why, MP? Why would you
Yeah.
do that? You even had the
That's mental.
fancy hotline last year. You should have hit us up. What did he do in week 1 that made you drop him? Let me look. Oh, he had 4 targets, caught 3 of them for 28 yards. Man, you
Did
gave
they
up a
win?
little too early.
Did they win week 1?
They did. They beat the Broncos. He says,
Okay.
sometimes I'm a big dumb baby. Got the wife to watch Star Wars with me finally after 5 years of marriage. Major win.
Wow.
I love that for you, Kyle.
That's huge.
That's a huge accomplishment. All right, we will go. Let's go to round 11 here.
Okay. Okay, let's see. George Pickens.
Guys, really appreciate the loves, the love and the likes today. Means a lot. I mean, we typically get a lot of interaction on our live streams on the Dynasty channel, but the Redraft channel doesn't get the same interaction. But it's been awesome today to see everyone active in the chat, dropping a like, watching the content. So appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna continue to be doing more redraft mocks. To get you guys ready for the off season or for the season. You know, less than 60 days till the season starts. Elijah Moore, you little bitch. That's okay. Great pick. Great pick. Great value.
I mean,
there.
bro, this team is freaking. Okay, Russell Wilson is the blemish. Like, who knows? But that's a nice team right there.
No, it's good. It's actually really good. I like it. I like Elijah Moore, the Elijah Moore pick. There goes Kenny Pickett. And I'm going to go. You already know. I mean, let's see. Let's go Monty here. And I want to see if I can stretch it out just a little bit. Because I normally wouldn't go him. Normally I would go somebody else, but I think people want Monty. Almost took Elijah Moore over Pickens. No, that's fair. That was good to know that he wasn't coming back to me then. Hey, look, I probably wasn't going to take him anyway because I'm probably going to go back to back different positions here.
Yeah.
But if he would have fell to me at the 11, a lot of people tend to forget Elijah Moore all the way down on these draft boards or in the ADP. I always like to wait. Same thing with Deontay Johnson. Like Deontay Johnson going at the 7-9. Wide receiver 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 29, 30, 31, 32. Wide receiver 32 for Deontay Johnson? That is wild.
Yeah.
You know, and then this is perfect. I'm pretty sure people wanted Monty, and I waited and getting my guy and James Cook. And there goes my running back room right there that I feel really confident in.
Nice.
Sure, I'm loving this team too.
You love to see
And
it.
I got some decent quarterbacks too. I mean, Deshaun Watson falling to me, Daniel Jones. I'm glad I took Deshaun Watson Cup because he just feel nice and cozy, you know, on the inside. Because then I still get good wide receivers that I love in DJ Moore, Deontay Johnson, Drake London. I got a bunch of D's. Deshaun Watson, Daniel Jones, Drake London, DJ Moore, Deontay Johnson, DeAndre Swift, David Montgomery. Wow. We got the D's.
Questionable. Questionable. If I saw him, I would 100% would have taken him. Cheeky says, gotta plug Mason on his appearance tomorrow night on Dynasty Trade. Yeah, I think Mason is streaming with the guys from Dynasty Trades in 5 tomorrow, so that will be cool to see. Juju goes off the board. Charbonnet, Bateman. I was definitely considering Bateman at the 10-6, but I thought, hey, let's get a quarterback 3 here because it's going to get dry really fast at quarterback 3. And welcomed in Sam Howell, as a super flex pick in late in drafts this year. Love the weapons around him. Bieniemy being there, the rushing ability that he has. Big fan of him. As a late round flyer this year.
Yeah, agreed. This goes Cortland. I wish you can see like bye weeks and stuff. You can't see like they don't have any of that up yet.
Yeah.
It's a bit annoying. I wonder when Sleeper's gonna update. Surely they update this month. Tyler Higbee there. Last round, guys. Round 11.
Yes, last round here, y'all. Purdy off the board. I like that. There goes Alvin. Alvin. Jimmy. Little Jimmy G. Nothing but
Little
a
Jimmy
G
G.
thing, baby.
Man. You pumped, brother?
Yeah.
He's pumped. He's gone. Out of this bitch.
Ritter off the board. I'll take Dalton Schultz here.
Good old Dalton.
Man, I really like this team. Anybody want to make this a real league? No, I'm kidding. We can't do that again. I'm kidding. Just a joke.
I'm kidding.
Just a joke. All right.
Let's see, Ross, trigger Trey, and
Man,
I'm
them
just
quarterbacks went quick. I'm glad I went Hal there.
Yeah. I mean, I got a couple options.
Yeah.
The
Ryan
real
Tannehill?
QB one? Nah, Baker. What you mean?
Love it.
I could take the Harbor. Fellas.
That's going to be it for us today as this 11th round ends. But just want to say again, thank you so much for the love, for the support today. 70 likes. I can't remember the last time we had that many likes on a redraft mock draft on this channel. So thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. If you want to watch a video and get angry at us, we just released our must avoid players. So go check that out here with the link. 6 players to avoid in the first 6 rounds. Yeah, it's going to make some people angry. You know, we're telling them to avoid some of the most valuable players in fantasy. Go check it out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. If you want to play in a redraft league with us, you guys know how to go about doing that now. Sign up to Flock Fantasy with our code LAND. So not only will you be able to play in a redraft league with us, but you'll also unlock all of the articles, all of the rankings, draft guides, bonus content, bonus videos on the site, as well as a direct DM to us for advice. You unlock a roster breakdown, being a part of our Dynasty Trade Show, a whole bunch more. DM us if you have any questions. Outside of that, have a good night. I will be gone. This is my last day for the next couple weeks. I'm going to be on a holiday, so make sure you show Badaki some love on the live streams and the videos. He's going to be pumping out content. He's going to be grinding. So make sure you show him some love, hang out with him, and yeah, we'll see you guys here very soon.
Love y'all.